Alright guys, so I understand if you're probably watching this video, you're pretty intimidated by carrying one in the chamber, which don't worry about it. I was there at one point. It's a pretty scary thing to do. And it's kind of good you understand this because then you understand how deadly a weapon can be. So you're already on the right track. But with that said, you know, it can be scary because you're carrying one in the chamber. Like you don't know, oh, what if you accidentally press the trigger? Now carrying one in the chamber can be intimidating, but the pros do outweigh the cons, such as if you're not carrying one in the chamber, you're going to have to rack the slide, which adds time to your draw to shoot time. Not only that, but you also risk maybe not even putting one in the chamber that you half-ass pulling the slide and then out of distress there's not even one in the chamber anymore. Not to mention you could also double feed and all these things. So if you want to defend yourself properly, carrying one in the chamber is the way to go. But with that said, make sure that you're up with training on how to handle a firearm, making sure that you know how to, making sure you know everything as pretty much just handling a firearm. But what I do recommend is making sure like there's nothing in the gun at all, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine, nothing anywhere. Okay, make sure you visually inspect the gun. But let's say you got a holster, you got your handgun, your concealed carry permit, you're doing everything legally. But that said, I'm gonna break this down to 3 easy steps so that you feel more comfortable about carrying with one in the chamber. Alright guys, step number 3 is gonna be pretty easy. You're just gonna have your handgun, your holster, and if you don't have a holster, just slide it in your pants. Your gun is gonna be empty anyways. Make sure you clear your gun absolutely before even checking or doing these drills. But anyways, assuming everything's all good, just put it in your holster, put it inside your pants, and just keep practice drawing. You want to make sure you're comfortable with drawing, whether it's the hip, holster, shoulder carry, because that's the whole reason, that's what's starting it all. You're worried about accidentally pressing the trigger when you're drawing your handgun, right? You just want to get comfortable with having your pointer finger off the trigger. And once you do this multiple times, and I'm not just talking about one day, I'm talking about across a week, probably months. Remember, you want to get comfortable with it. If it takes you that long, that's what you want to do. And guys, we're already on step number 2, because once you get step number 3 down, step number 2 is just going to be as quick. Because the next thing you're going to be worried about is the gun accidentally going off on its own. Just make sure that this trigger is out as if like you were ready to fire it. But then what you're going to want to do is just carry it around you all day, every day. I know this might be a little controversial because then you're going to go to a grocery store with no ammo, like nothing. You're gonna be defensive pretty much. And maybe you don't have to go to the grocery store. It could just be around your house. It could be cutting the lawn. It could be going to a relative's house. Now I know danger can happen anywhere, but again, if you're uncomfortable with a gun, you're gonna do more damage than good. You might accidentally shoot a bystander. You might even shoot yourself. So just make sure that you just take it everywhere you go pretty much as you can. Because the more you realize that the trigger's not gonna pull on itself, the more you realize, okay, well, I can carry one in the chamber because for one, the step number 3, you got your trigger finger good, all good to go. And then this one, the gun's not going to shoot on its own. And that's going to already lead us into our final step on how to carry one in the chamber. And that's just going to be carrying with ammo in the magazine. This last step is going to be up to you, but you could either A, carry with just ammo in the magazine, not one in the chamber, or B, you could carry with one in the chamber and obviously ammo in the magazine. Just carry it around you every day. And it might be still a little weird, but you're gonna have to get over it. It's just like learning how to swim for the first time, learning how to drive for the first time. It's scary, it's intimidating, but it's something you're gonna have to do if you want to protect yourself properly. And then once you start to understand that, you're going to start to ease up a little bit, and then you'll be able to carry one in the chamber. I know it's easier said than done for some of the people out there that are nervous. However, this is the best option to conceal carry with one in the chamber, as there can be many consequences with not carrying one in the chamber. But with that said, guys, these are the 3 steps you're going to need if you want to carry one in the chamber. I know it's easier said than done. Again, I know, I understand. But again, the pros outweigh the cons. So let me know what you guys think. Were these points valid? Were they invalid? Or was I saying just nonsense? With that said, guys, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, and like. Wrong order again. But with that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.